Bitcoin is keeping to correct further towards the downside, but right now there is a pattern forming that every single time we saw this on Bitcoin, the next expansion begun. Also, we are at crucial support here on this inverse head and shoulders model. We have some very important on-chain data we're gonna discuss that also leads our way towards Ethereum here, which is perfectly retesting an important region we have been calling, and Ethereum is done for this correction and will start its next leg towards the upside anytime soon here. But first of all, please make sure to follow me over on X to never miss something in the crypto market ever again. And please make sure to subscribe over on my YouTube channel, like this daily update video if you love those updates. And let's dive right away into the chart for now, because I've spotted some very interesting data here. Every single time we swiped a high or we swiped a low, we saw a correction or expansion towards the upside. The first time we saw it, it was right over here in January. We set a high, we corrected towards the downside, we pumped back up, swept that high and started the real correction towards the downside. Then what we saw on the lower side here is we created a low, we swept it towards the downside, and the next major rally of approximately 43% started. Then we saw a perfect swipe of the old high and we saw price coming down and consolidating ever since slightly here. But then we saw a low getting swiped once again, and that was the start of the second leg towards the upside of approximately 21%. Right now, we can see that we swiped the top side, which is a signal that we will go down. And that's exactly what we have been seeing here. And we saw a correction of approximately 8% here. But right now, we are set to swipe our low towards the downside before, of course, the next expansion towards the upside. So if we drop a little bit further and swipe this low, that is one of the most bullish signals we could get, because every single time we swept that low, we saw an expansion towards the upside, and that is exactly what I am anticipating on if we see a swipe towards the downside. So my orders are below this low. So I will catch up this swipe. If we swipe this low, I will enter up some very big swing positions, because this is such a very bullish sign in the market here. Also, what we can see is that we broke out of this inverse head and shoulders pattern, but we created a old resistance line here and we tapped it, we broke out of it and we tapped it back again into support. And right now we are retesting it once again here, but this is a crucial level to hold. If we break further towards the downside, that is a really bad signal here. But for now, we are currently holding on towards it. We could get a swipe here to the lower side and scoop up that daily candle here and start the next leg towards the upside. So for now, there is nothing to worry about and the plan is clear. Swipe this low before starting the next leg towards the upside. Then something I really want to be pointing out here, that is something you really want to keep in mind, is that we are currently creating a double top pattern. And I want you to explain why it is such an important pattern to look out for, because in an uptrend we really want to make new higher highs and higher lows. That is what we did ever since slightly here. But for now, what we are seeing is that we're not creating a new higher high, which we really want to be seeing here before starting the next expansion towards the upside. So for now, we are currently seeing not a new higher high. Do we need to worry about this? No, because what is really relevant here is just stay above this low and start our move towards the upside to make a new higher high from off this point. So there are two scenarios. We are breaking this low, and that is a little bit of a bearish sign, and we will see some more downside. Or we pick up momentum from off this low and gain this towards the upside and create a new higher high and continue this beautiful uptrend towards the upside. So we have two zones in the market right now. It is this one, and we really want to see something happen above or below these lines for now. So these are the two scenarios I'm really looking out for. And then some really important on-chain data here. What we can see is that the Bitcoin taker buy sell ratio is at a very low point, which is a really good signal, because if we look at the past, we can see when we had such low volumes here on this on-chain data, Bitcoin taker buy and sell ratio, we can see that the white line is the price scooped up big towards the upside every time we saw a pump towards the upside. And that is exactly what we are currently seeing here once again. So what are we anticipating on is a next leg towards the upside here, because the Bitcoin taker buy and sell ratio is at low points. And if we look at the history, this caused for a massive pump towards the upside. Then something I really want to keep an eye on these days is the ETF inflow, because we all know, and I discussed this in previous videos over on my X page everywhere here, is that retail is out of the market. But what is the most important thing in the market then? It's institutional money and ETF inflows. So they're probably what they are doing, the market will move towards it. So if they sell all the ETFs and institutions are selling Bitcoin, they will probably move down because retail can't push the price up. So what are we seeing here is that we are currently getting outflows of the ETFs. This is not something to worry about, but we want to see the ETF inflows got picked up, because if we only see outflows in this market status, we will probably head further towards the downside. So that is why I'm keeping my eye on this ETF inflow charts as well. We really want to see some inflows coming in the upcoming weeks here, because for now, the outflows are bigger than the inflows, and that will cause for a drop for the price, of course. And if you look at these green regions, the inflow was way bigger than the outflows, and price pumped towards the upside, as we can see. Then for Ethereum, we have been talking about this range a lot here, and I've been saying in previous videos that if we break above this green box here and the top of the range and we retested it, that is the most bullish sign you could get on Ethereum. And that is exactly what we have been seeing here. We dumped towards this green box exactly, and after that we saw that move towards the upside. But that isn't done yet for Ethereum, because we can currently see that we have momentum from this box. But this is your last chance to scoop up your Ethereum below the $4,500, because this is the most bullish thing you could see on Ethereum, is break above this high, break above this old resistance range, and come back to fill all the orders below, and then see the next expansion towards the upside. So this is one of the most bullish things I've ever seen for Ethereum here, and I really think that Ethereum will run his way towards the upside here, and the tank has been fueled with orders here in this green box, and that will cause for a massive spike towards the 6K here. So strap in on Ethereum. Also, what we can see is everyone was long from off this point. We created a lot of liquidity below this low. We all know that we need liquidity as the fuel for the market before moving up. So we need to take people out. And that is exactly what we have been doing here on Ethereum. We took those people out. Everyone was setting out of their positions. hit its stop loss, and that is exactly what the market wants, and we saw a nice reaction from of that point. Then for now we really want to see also here on this order block orders getting picked up for the next move towards the upside, but liquidity is cleared, and that is exactly what we want to be seeing here. Something really interesting is happening also here on Ethereum. What we can see is that we're currently creating some kind of a head and inverse head and shoulders pattern. So we are creating a left shoulder here, a head right over here, and a right shoulder over here. And if we push towards the upside from off this point breakout, this is the most beautiful trade you could take here on Ethereum. And this one will really rip, because then we have all the confluences we want to see. All the liquidity is grabbed, we are shifting the trend towards the upside, and this is your entry point, and this will be the trade of your life, because this trade you could easily run towards $6,000 here. So that was it for Ethereum, and that was it for today's update video. Please make sure to follow me over on X to get some insights of the market I'm not discussing in this daily update video. And please make sure to subscribe over on my YouTube channel and like this daily update video if you love those updates. And I will see you tomorrow by a brand new crypto daily update video.